All right, so get this. We're going deep into London today.
Deep.
But not the usual touristy stuff,
Yeah.
Forget Big Ben and all that.
Mm-hmm.
This is about a whole other side of London.
Oh, cool.
All thanks to this amazing newsletter.
Newsletter.
Yeah, it's packed with hidden gems,
I see.
like a secret guide for people who think they know London already,
Okay.
showing us that, well, there's always more to discover.
That's what's so cool about this kind of approach.
Right.
It really makes you rethink what you thought you knew about a place.
Exactly.
Even a city like London,
Yeah.
which has been, photographed and written about and everything, there is still these hidden layers
I know.
just waiting to be found.
So true. And this newsletter, well, it starts with a perspective you might not expect.
What's that?
London from above.
Oh, interesting.
Have you ever heard of the IFS Cloud Cable Car?
Is that like a...
It's not just a ride.
Right,
It's
go
like
ahead.
a whole design marvel. Imagine gliding across the Thames
Okay, yeah.
in this glass capsule.
Wow.
And it connects the Greenwich Peninsula, which is all futuristic,
Right.
to the Royal Docks, which are super historic.
So you get to see
Yeah.
the old and new right there.
You get a sense of the city's evolution.
How cool.
I know you can see how modern architecture interacts with those, centuries-old landmarks.
I can picture it.
I know, me too. But wait, there's more.
There's more.
This newsletter doesn't stop at the views. It takes us deep into a specific area.
Oh, where?
Southwark.
Southwark, okay.
It's like bursting with history and culture and food. Oh my gosh, the food.
I love food.
So Southwark, it's like a mini London,
Right.
It's got this incredible mix.
Like what?
Well, you've got Borough Market, for
Yep,
one,
Borough Market.
which is like 1,000 years old.
Wow, 1,000 years?
It's older than...
That's older than anything.
But it's not just a place to eat. It's it's a testament to London's whole trading history
Empathy.
and how tastes have changed over time.
Makes you think about all the people
I
who
know.
have passed through there.
And all the goods and the foods over
For
centuries.
Centuries. That's cool.
Mind-blowing. And then there's Southwark Cathedral.
Oh, the cathedral.
Yeah, for a bit of peace
Right.
amidst all the excitement.
Like a little break.
Yeah, and for art lovers,
Yes.
you've got the Tate Modern.
Of course, the Tate Modern.
It's incredible how much is packed into this one borough.
What's so fascinating to me is how Southwark,
I know.
blends all these different things together.
Right.
Like it all fits.
It does.
You've got history. You've got modern stuff.
Yeah.
You've got the smells of food.
Uh-huh.
You've got the quiet of the cathedral.
I know.
It's like, it reminds you that London,
Yes.
it's not just one thing.
Yeah.
It's this whole tapestry of experiences.
Like woven together.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so we've been up high above the city. We've explored Southwark, but hold on.
Oh,
Because there's this section in the newsletter called Around the Web.
around the web. Okay.
And these links, this is where things get even more interesting.
How so?
Well, it's like the newsletter saying, okay, we've given you a taste. Now dive deeper.
Dive deeper. I like it.
And some of the links, they connect back to our themes
Okay.
in unexpected ways. Okay, so one link is all about Jack the Ripper tours.
Jack the Ripper tours.
But they use this thing called Ripper Vision.
River Vision. What is that?
It sounds creepy, but also kind of cool.
I'm intrigued.
Like, imagine walking through those old Victorian streets.
Yeah.
All dimly lit,
Oh, yeah.
And this augmented reality is layering the historical horror onto the present day.
Ooh, spooky.
I know.
But also very cool.
It makes you think about how technology
Right.
can change how we experience history.
Yeah, does it make it more real
Yeah.
or does it sensationalize it?
I don't know. It's a good question.
Good question.
But it also highlights that people are still so fascinated
Oh, yeah.
by London's dark side.
It's true.
It reminds us that every city has its secrets.
And its shadows.
Like, every cobblestone could have a story.
Ooh, I like that.
Okay, but then there's this other link
What?
about, wait for it,
Okay, I'm waiting.
the best restaurants in Cornwall.
Cornwall.
Now, I know we're talking London,
Yeah.
but hear me out.
Okay, I'm listening.
I think I see what they're doing.
Okay.
They're connecting it. It's like a parallel between Cornwall's dedication to local food,
Oh, yeah.
sustainable cuisine,
Yeah.
and Borough Market,
Okay.
which is all about,
The source of the food.
yeah, provenance and craft.
So both places,
They both value quality food.
even though they're miles apart.
Exactly. It's like they share a philosophy.
It's cool how they brought that in.
I know, right?
Like it makes you think beyond just the sights you see.
It's about tasting the city.
Tasting the city.
Yeah, like really experiencing it.
I love that.
Okay, you ready for another twist?
Another one. Okay, hit me.
Now the newsletter goes to royalty.
Royalty.
Which, let's be honest, it's like...
It's London.
It's London.
Yeah.
And there's this link
Okay.
to a royal site.
Uh-huh.
But it's unusual.
What is it?
The Appleton Water Tower.
A water tower.
Yeah, it's this Victorian water tower.
Okay.
All nestled in the trees.
Sounds peaceful.
Near the Sandringham Estate.
I see.
It's not your typical palace or castle.
Right.
But that's what makes it cool.
Like a hidden gem.
Exactly, a hidden gem within a hidden gem.
I like that.
It gives you a glimpse into, a different side of royal life.
The less formal side.
Yeah, and speaking of unexpected discoveries,
Yes.
the newsletter also mentions the Postal Museum,
The Postal Museum.
but it describes it as London's original social network.
Oh, that's a clever way to put it.
I know, right?
Before all the, instant messaging and all that.
Yeah, like back in the day.
The Postal Service,
Yeah.
it connected everyone.
Like the original thread.
Right.
And the museum, it's a tangible link to that.
That makes sense.
It makes you think about how we communicate now,
It really does.
how things have evolved.
From letters to, well, everything we have now.
It's amazing how much our ways of connecting have changed
Yeah,
and how those changes shaped London.
that's a great point.
So we've gone from like soaring above the city
Yeah.
to the tastes of a 1,000-year-old market,
Yeah.
to hidden royal gems,
Hmm.
to the evolution of communication.
Wow, what a journey.
And this is just the beginning.
There's more.
Oh yeah, so much more to uncover,
I can't wait.
both in this newsletter
Okay.
and in the heart of London itself.
It's like London is full of surprises.
It really is.
I'm excited to see what else we find.
Me too.
There's like this newsletter.
Mm-hmm.
It mixes these grand historical things
Right.
with these like quirky little details.
It does, doesn't it?
Like the Appleton Water Tower.
Yes. Yeah.
It's charming,
Mm-hmm.
nestled in the trees. And then there's this huge estate.
Yeah. Sandringham.
It's like even royalty
Right.
has these unexpected moments.
It's like a reminder that history isn't all about like
yeah.
big events and famous people.
Mm-hmm.
It's also about the small stuff,
Right.
the hidden stories that make a place unique.
Absolutely. And speaking of hidden stories,
Oh.
did you see the bit about Legoland Windsor?
Legoland, really?
Yeah.
Seems kind of random.
Well, it used to be Windsor Safari Park.
Oh, wow.
So first a mansion,
Mm-hmm.
then a safari park,
Okay.
and now a theme park.
That's a lot of change.
It shows how places evolve.
How they adapt.
Yeah, like layers of history.
Like peeling back an onion.
Exactly.
Wow, I got to remember that one.
That's a good one.
So we're talking about iconic London attractions.
Yeah.
Did you know the London Eye is the tallest Ferris wheel in Europe?
Really? I didn't know that.
And it's the most popular paid tourist attraction in the UK.
That makes sense.
It's like, even in a modern city,
Yeah.
people still love that classic Ferris wheel.
It's true. There's something about that slow, graceful ride.
Yeah.
That view.
You can see everything.
You get a whole different perspective.
Okay, you've convinced me.
Yeah.
Next time I'm in London, I'm going on the London Eye.
I think you should.
Maybe grab a Scotch egg while I'm at it.
Now, there's an idea.
I know, right?
The newsletter actually has a recipe.
No way.
Yeah, 3 different ways to make Scotch eggs.
Well, that's just perfect.
It's a reminder that exploring isn't just about seeing.
Yeah.
It's about experiencing,
Yeah, trying new things.
tasting the culture.
Okay, but after all this talk about Jack the Ripper,
Mm-hmm.
I have to ask,
What's that?
who was Jack the Ripper?
That's the question, isn't it?
I know.
The newsletter doesn't really say,
Right.
but it talks about how people are still fascinated.
Yeah, like why?
It's like the mystery is part of London now,
It's like it happened yesterday.
even though it was so long ago.
It's like there are still secrets in London.
It's true, even in a busy modern city.
I know.
There are things we don't know.
It's amazing how this newsletter,
Yeah.
it's taken us all over London.
I know, right?
From the skyline
Mm.
to the boroughs,
Yeah.
we've seen hidden gems.
And mystery,
It really shows you the power of curated content.
it makes you want to learn more.
I know, I'm already planning my next trip.
Me too.
It's wild, right?
What is?
How this newsletter,
Yeah.
like, even if you've never been to London,
Uh-huh.
it gives you this feeling for the city.
Yeah, yeah.
Its personality.
It's like it unlocks these hidden corners,
I know.
and you start to understand,
Mhm.
like, what makes London, London.
That's the magic of good curated content.
It really is. It's like a portal
Totally.
to these different worlds.
Yeah.
and it sparks your curiosity.
Makes you want to explore more.
And this newsletter,
Yeah.
it's shown us so many sides of London. The royal stuff, the food scene.
All of it.
It's really well done.
It is. And it's amazing how it all connects.
What do you mean?
Like the cable car, Borough Market, Jack the Ripper.
Even Legoland.
It all comes together
It does, doesn't it?
to create this picture of London.
And the tapestry.
Yeah, with all these threads.
It reminds us that everything's connected.
Mm-hmm.
The more we learn, the more we see those connections.
London.
Yeah.
A perfect example.
With its history and culture.
So much going on.
And, as we wrap up,
Yeah.
we want you to keep exploring.
Whether you actually go to London,
Or just dream about it.
there's always something new to discover.
Absolutely.
Something that'll surprise you.
So here's a question for you.
Okay.
If you had your own Around the Web section,
For this deep dive,
what would you share?
what link would you pick?
What's that hidden gem in London that speaks to you?
Is it a museum, a neighborhood, a food?
Let that thought simmer.
Maybe it'll spark your own exploration.
Maybe you'll travel the world.
Or maybe just through a book.
Either way.
Keep diving deep.
And remember,
The world is full of wonders.
just waiting to be found.